Greetings there, fellow students and teachers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Mind Over Magic, The Final School. Episode 23. An archive with Plinths for treasure. Vodka, what is up? What's going on with you? I thought my faculty... Yeah, I mean, they have 3 hours of recreation every night. But she's I think she's, like, losing her recreation fast. Alright, overwhelmingly, it seems like you guys want just my choice. So the other thing I want to do is, have you guys vote for a goal. Oh, let me get rid of, House Commons in that goal. Because I already have one. So this is in addition to an archive. It'll be up to you. And we'll just do Fire Wand again. Maybe not a gifted one this time. I don't really care if they have that extra relic slot or not. I mean, it would be nice for them to have it, but it's not going to make or break anything. So this Stone Ruin leads to the other Wand Transfigurator, which allows you to go to Tier 3 Wand. I don't really intend to use Tier 3 Wands. The mages that get them become very fussy. So I'd prefer not to have to deal with that. And I need a few more smoke sticks to repel the fog with the big ritual. So, the wild smoke reeds, because there's tons of them here, are going to be the priority to harvest that. Okay, we got some sinew. Oh, and there's our little trapdoor planters. Although, for that I need brain. And for brain, I would need to kill Croa. There might be brain down here, though. Nope. 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 Never mind. Huge ornate rug, 2 mana crystals, relic, Gnostic shards. Nope. No free brain for us to get. So we almost have the repel fog. Now the only reason to really get tier 3 wands if you want to deal with the fussiness is like your repel rituals become super strong. At some point you get like, once you're level 8 in whatever element you're mastering, going beyond 8 doesn't really help you. If you open up the mage sheet, as you can see, there's no spells beyond 8. So if Darzan, for instance, went to level 9 wand, what it would allow him to do if he did that as a student is it would raise his level cap, which can be really strong, but it's not going to it's not going to unlock new combat spells. So there's a limited benefit, in other words. The other thing I haven't done in a while is check the relics I have on to see if I want to Gnosis Shard smash any of them. Formidable Talon is worth keeping. Longbow worth keeping. Sling worth keeping. This one will be smashed once it's max level. So Badger needs to level that up a little bit more. This one will be smashed once maxed. This one's ready to be smashed. So, Spinner of Serenity, let's pulverize. And who had that on? And we'll replace this with the Druze. Which is going to be interesting. Our Pyromancer will end up with, like, level 3 nature, which isn't terrible. So, you... So I don't really need to permanently increase the mage's conviction by 5. I'd rather have the 34 analysis shards. Right. Going down the list, Humming Chalice. I'll keep. Damp Necklace, I'll keep. Swift Pendant, I'll keep for now. Scavenger, not max level. Living Paw, I'll keep. This glove, I will smash. the Lady Stormguard's Dusty Glove, because I don't need Conviction after Earth tasks. And instead, put on the Dusty Branch, and try to max that out to smash. So, Lady Stormguard, Glove is pulverized. And this gives me more like Gnostic Shards to play with, right? So that's going to be pretty useful. And then the eye patch is not max level, but we'll keep that too. Naming out Skull, we'll keep. And Instructive Trophy will be smashed once it's done, but it's not done yet. Dumb Hunter. Nothing to smash. Actually, don't bother tuning that, because you're going to get graduated. Okay, yeah. And you guys want it to be my choice for what to build next? Okay, I'll brainstorm it. I have some ideas, though. Now that I have higher level guys, I wouldn't mind clearing this boss fight. So, Scavenger, Darzan, Darzan in front, Matic, Darzan, Scavenger, and Badger. It's been a boss fight I've had access to for a long, long time. Might as well clear it. And there's a nice benefit for it. A lot of rewards, relics, large rugs, etc. So go for it. Hey, Angelia, thank you for the cheer. Okay, we're actually getting pretty close to the impressive luxury requirement. I think my goal is going to be to summon in and summon a refining beast. So instead of chasing a specific... Oh, and I forgot the raffle timers. Instead of chasing a specific strong mage, I think what I want to do is work towards having students that meet the requirements of the next summoning beast. So there's one, and Jungin makes 2. So taking a look at the codex here, the ritual for the Hatcher Weaver Bird is Fire 4, Air 4. Fire 4 and Air 4, I already have students that potentially fulfill that requirement. So let's work towards the Weaver Bird nest. And for that I need just a bunch more sinew, which I can queue up like that. So the current priority is Archive and the bird. Oh, I should not have brought lightning. The Helma are resistant. Oh well. Ouch. These guys are weak to Shadow, so I'm going to inspire Scavenger. And then have him do a tentacle... Oh my lord, that was 500 damage. Yep, that worked. Alright, boss fight done. Scavenger got really hurt using his spells, but I did get Shiny Toy. So let's take a look at it. The Shiny Toy adds HP, mana, and speed, attunable to no one. Cool. Ain't that useful. And a huge ornate rug for a ton of basic luxury. If we want a luxurious room. Alright, taking a look at some of the trials that we could clear. Cthulhu, you need to reap. If we are going to level up one of the fire mages to level 4 fire skill, it basically guarantees that we're not keeping them as faculty because I don't like to have them have level 2 wands, but for the sake of the Weaver Bird, that's fine. So let's go ahead and get a level 2 fire wand, and then one of these 2 fire mages. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to summon in another fire mage, level 1. Maybe I end up with, like, someone who I'm going to want to keep long term. Because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have space for one more. Ooh, Scavenger can get a higher level dart. Any use of plinthing it? I don't have an archive. So what are you talking about, man? The goal is to build an archive. And I'm not close to that yet. I will once I have what a relief, which I'm halfway done researching. But yeah, the shiny toy. So the thing about the chance on anything for relics, the 3% chance, it's like not worth it. Not worth plinthing for sure. It's a tiny chance to avoid getting KO'd. It's like big deal. I'd rather have something that's more of a guarantee. Okay, Fire Mage, and I'm gonna risk another gift. It's probably a bad idea, but like, I don't care, whatever. I'm overly hopeful. I'm quite surprised nobody's fallen victim to my trapdoor vines. So, before I forget, Weaver Bird, somehow all this, we have less sinew than what I started with. So let's keep trying to get sinew. Is there sinew down in the dungeons? Viscera. Iron. No. Sculpstone. No, there isn't. Well, I'll just keep trying to get small carcasses for the sinew. I don't personally enjoy rat farming, which is why I haven't gone that route. Okay, then we have Ulysses. There's a chance. Shattered make good fire mages. A power, a mana. You have my attention. I think there's a real possibility of keeping him as a full-time fire mage. So, especially if I can get his nature up to 4. That would be amazing. I don't think I have the relics for that. But if I could, that would be incredible, because then he would be able to harvest, stuff. Well, I could have a multi-class, actually. Although, fire and nature don't exactly cooperate. It's not an adjacent skill. So, probably not. Have them dedicate fire. Okay, we can do the big repel. Let's do this before I forget. So, Scav and Vita and... Okay, yep, here we go. And this is so that we can possibly get more, like, Thorntooth and other rare resources that are, otherwise relatively unobtainable. And because of that ritual, I have even fewer of the reagents I need for the for the Weaver Bird. I'm working against my own interests. Alright, there's the big push. So we have... I'm gonna wake Scavenger up to harvest some of the things that I cannot harvest at daytime. Like the fractal molds and the anemones. And runewood trees and the like. He's got... Ooh, you know what? Drink your... Okay, you're hurt as hell. Before you come over here... Heal, because I don't need spell misfires constantly. Alright, Scav. Seems you're ready. Let's go this way. And then the crystals that I got access to. We have a Gloomy. I don't really care too much about Gloomy, so I'm not going to go out of my way for it. We have a bunch of Rancor. Brains. So these battles are tough, but have very high rewards. They're optional battles, but they're the hardest battles that I would have had faced so far. And as you can see, recommended mage level 12. I really only have one level 12, which would be Badger. It's definitely going to be worth doing once like Darzan and Badger and like Jackal are higher level with like better relics, but they're probably not safe to do or worth doing right now as it is. Or rather, I'm going to say I'm not doing it. Not until I have a stronger roster. Then we also have 2 clouded ones. And those are the most important. So Breakfire, I'm going to send you over to this clouded because it's going to get absorbed by tomorrow night. Double Dock still needs to dance, so he's not ready to graduate. Cthulhu still needs to reap, so he's not ready to graduate. And I've fallen behind on a lot of their trials, so I'll focus on their trials soon. Jeddick, thank you for the resub. Oh, it's almost daytime, so I'm about to lose access to the fractal molds and the anemones. The trapdoor vines over this way were not mature. I don't think any of them are. I could be wrong. Let me double check. There's literally only one. Wow, okay. Thanks, game. All those resources for a big fog push, and it gives me 1 trapdoor vine, which has grown 0%. Yep, I couldn't even get this fractal mold done. Until daytime. Or before daytime, I should say. And the fire mage I'm likely keeping will be Pierogi. Oh, a breath stealer. Alright, this is exactly why I employ fire mages. So breath stealers are very dangerous because once they reach you, you're at death's door, and then they like stalk someone new. So when you have them, you want to set like emergency hunts, which I think is pretty appropriate, except for the one it is stalking, because once it reaches you, you're just like insta-KO'd. So it is trying to stalk Yodafan, who's a student, so it's not like Yodafan can hunt anyway, but this is like, oh god, Yodafan is coming down here to reset this dungeon. Don't do that. Run! Run, Yodafan, run! And this is exactly why we want super skilled hunters and a bunch of fire mages, because if you only have one fire mage who's really good at hunting, and it becomes the target of the stalker, it can't then do the hunting. So that's why it's important to at least have 2 or 3 fire mages. I mean, you can only have up to 3, but still, to deal with events like this. Because otherwise it can be very deadly. There we go. through force of arms of all of our mages, we got this thing killed before it could hurt us. And it's a really good level up opportunity, as you can see. Well, I know my UI is slightly in the way, but here, tons of experience for killing it, right? Like, all these relics gaining levels, etc., etc., etc. It's awesome. So, worth it for sure. It's just, you got to be careful because you don't want it catching you. Jungian. Actually, I don't really know who I'm going to give the tier 2 wand to. But the Weaver Bird needs more sinew and Smokestick. Smokestick is here, ready to be harvested, so... Jackal is starving but has an emergency? Really? Oh yeah, you have emergency. Oh, yeah. Everyone that had emergency hunt, don't worry about it anymore. Whispering Journal, just max level. And this thing I want smashed. Detune. And pulverize. Oh, let's take a minute to look at our relics again. Invigorating Longbow. Pulverize. Honestly, I don't really care about that one. Restoring mana power is maybe nice for a nature mage when they're out in nature doing a lot of nature stuff, but for an earth mage, it doesn't really matter. This thing I'm keeping. This thing I will ditch. Well, actually, I could plinth it. Luxury to all rooms at level 13, plus 8 to all rooms, it would be kind of nice. Not gonna lie. So maybe I'll wait till that's maxed and then plinth. Avalkas, we're keeping that one. And keeping that one. Badger, you're still not attuned? I'm gonna force him to attune. Was he starving? Oh, hold on, no. He's like kind of low-key starving. Being woken up in the middle of the night and forced to hunt a breath stealer kind of does that to you, I suppose. And Vita just got her carefree. So Vita now is ready to graduate, but I'm gonna keep her. I'm gonna keep her around, and the reason is, she is going to be one of the 2 people needed for the Weaver Bird, and then the other one for the Weaver Bird might be Jungian. So I should work on Jungian's Great Day, which is sleep, hunger, and rested, full, and tranquil. So that means, if you're fully trained, Jungian, you are gonna just dance with Devil Dog. That's a very random place to get a ooze. Like, why is there a bunch of just grime in here? I don't know. It's like not even a room. There we go! We got one of the relief! Finally! Freaking finally! Alright, what's next? Let's get some better healing potions, which will allow us to do stronger battles. So now that we finally have water relief, this allows us to stick 2 reliefs in the plinth room, adding an incredible amount of luxury, right? That's going to be 30 impressive luxury, like that, which is very space efficient. I could even potentially shrink the room down, but I'm not going to right now. And that will allow us to actually get some plinth powers, which will then finally check off that whole, like, build an archive. All of it was waiting on that one research, because it's really hard to get the required reagents otherwise. And it looks like we got the clouded crystal. Yeah, we got both clouded crystal stuff. Cool. I can't believe how slow Scavenger's lessons have been. But it looks like we have need of another Dark Apprentice portal because he got higher level Dark skill, so he needs to level that up. Wow, that was fast. Holy hell. Sliver of Moonlight? That looks like a cool window. I'll get that. Don't I want 3 more Plinths? Eventually. I want it to be an archive first. There's no point in having 3 more Plinths without it being an archive, because then it's just a bunch of Plinths that do nothing, right? So, I'm trying to pick what's more important. Between Jungian and Furch, I think Furch is going to get the wand. So Furch wants dancing on my own. Can we dance right now? Just get that done while no one's around? What's the schedule like? Oh no, they're all about to recreate. Never mind. So I didn't go through all of the relics the last time I checked. So we want one more level on the Dusty Branch, and then we'll smash it. This one is ready to be smashed. So Sizzling Blade gets smashed. You still haven't... Okay, Badger. Badger. So the reason Badger hasn't attuned that relic is, his attune isn't higher than his research, so I'll raise his attune up so I don't have to micromanage it. And I think all the other relics we have attuned right now are not, high enough level to bother smashing. No. Where do they get attacked by sports rooms? Right here. I don't have like a properly zone restricted farm yet. Maybe sometime in the future, but not in the cards right now. And for the Weaverbird nest, we almost have all the sinew, but we don't have the smoke stick because of that last 75 burnt in the rappel. So what I can do is I can set all of the farming to 4, and then the smoke sticks farm to 5 to prioritize that over everything else. But really what we're waiting on is Scavenger to become faculty so you can make souped up quilted beasts to do the work for us. Alright. So we'll need a little bit more regular luxury in here. 4 more regular luxury, but that's like nothing. So shrinks, visionary rug. Actually, maybe there's something even cheaper. Oh, we'll just do an ornate rug. And there we go. Now we're going to have plinth power. So I'm going to build copies. Whoa, that was weird. Copies of these plinths. And with a little bit more stone, we'll have all 4 plinths. So speaking of stone, who would benefit off of stone? So defensive duelist, no. Cthulhu Reaper. And this is Reaper Silver, so +4. So Cthulhu is going to be pulled down in here, clearing out this lava mine, hopefully getting Killing Blow twice, and then be able to graduate. Okay, Furch. Now just says Dancing Machine. So, Furch, you are going to get a Tier 2 wand. Picking you at random. And I'll try to get back to making sure that we are fulfilling trials well. So Cthulhu, it is time. Oh, good. There's a bunch of things to Killing Blow. That will be really nice. And this is officially an archive. There we go. And what we can do is we can pick relics based upon our needs. So like let's see. Any max level. There's really no max level relics that I want to like plinth at the moment though. Wow, I am surprised this fiery geode isn't found anyone. Fire skill cap? Pierogi can't... No, that's... Pierogi can't attune to it? What relic was that? Fiery geode. Only Jungian can take it. Huh. Well, that one is worth plinthing, I guess. And the reason is getting extra Gnosis shards on skill gain allows us to, like, just get a lot more Gnosis shards. It's kind of nice. So we'll select that for display. And here comes the fight. I'm so... I mean, I could tsunami like all of them to death. What? Oh, well, we're not gonna get Killing Blow at this rate. Damn it. Cthulhu's like, guys, chill. I need the Killing Blow. Can you survive a torrent? You can, barely. You can't survive me even bolting you, so I'm going to Inspire Cthulhu. You can Swirling Vine. No, not Miasma. You can Growth the Batkin, and then Smash. That's one Killing Blow. Pass. Inspire. Row. And Smash. There! Both Killing Blows. Totally, he earned that totally on his own. Didn't put my finger on the scale at all. Alright, what next element to summon? It doesn't really matter because I already have all that we need for the Weaver Bird. And Cthulhu is ready for graduation. And as far as the Weaver Bird goes, we just need Smokestick. We have the Sinew now. So it's just a matter of harvesting as much smoke reed as we can. I could also try to plant more of it. Wouldn't hurt, I guess. Okay, we got an Eldritch Slingshot. So, it is garbage and no one can attune to it. Nice! But yeah, here's our relic room. I'm gonna add one more plinth in here, and then we'll count that as being done. But the relic room allows us to, you know, make good use of the plinthable relics. So, let's see. The Swift Talisman. Scavenger, you don't have that on you. Why? Because you're working on the other one. They both do the same thing, but this one obviously gives dark level cap, so I don't intend to wear the other one, because I want the eye patch for the dark skill. Which means the other one, I will plinth until someone can use it. Unless Darzan can use it. Darzan is working on something similar, so Darzan will level up the Swift to max and then switch which one he has on, I guess. So that means I'll try to remember that this Swift one can be de-plinthed and assigned. And then I guess I can put on the shiny toy. Because, like, I might as well, even though I want to level it up and then smash it. I have another, like, level 1 Fire Wand, so I'm just going to summon... How much? I have a lot of Nausea Shards now. So I'm going to summon a Gifted Student. A Fire Student. And I think what I'll do... you made it my choice. I'm just going to use up the wands I already have. And then maybe consider switching it up. I would like to try to work towards a meta farmer, though. Meaning a Shattered farmer. So, do I have a relic that allows me to summon Shattered? I do. I can plinth the glowing disc. So that will go in the last plinth slot. And that allows me to summon Shattereds on purpose. And then I'll try to summon a gifted Nature Shattered. Boy, this farm looks busy. So how's that Weaver Bird coming along? I need 9 more Smokestick. God, that is a terrible spot for Nausea Shards out in the rain. Wait, what are you mining over here? Gloomy crystals? Oh, I guess that's fine. So, new gifted mage is Raven Cultist. S power, A mana. That's very comparable to Pierogi, who's AA. Oh boy. It's like 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. They're both very spicy. The advantage that Virgil has over Pierogi is he can attune to the Fiery Geode, which is, better. Oh boy. Speed is worse, health is better, but health is always going to be better when you're not shattered. I don't know. In terms of synergy, so looking at that, you are air and dark. Okay? Their nature synergies aren't very good either. We can keep both. So let's do a giveaway. This will be our 3 fire mages. Pierogi, whatever that name is going to be, and then Jackal, meaning that we have all 3 fire mage that we intend to keep. We'll just keep all 3 for very good cooking, very good hunting, very good killing threats. I like it. And you were gifted? Yeah, right, of course, because you have the geode slot. The sizzling blade we were supposed to pulverize, right? Let's cue that up. I don't know if anyone was actually doing that. And hates mundane dining. Well, I don't really care. Okay. So, Devil Doc's almost ready to graduate. He just needs to dance for like a few more seconds. Yoda fan, go eat something. and you'll be ready to graduate. Well, no, not quite. You need to do solo defender. I like how you have solo diner and mess hall diner. It's like, which is it, dude? There's the solo diner. What? Oh, does this have to be? No, it has to be in a mess hall. I see, said the blind man. Okay, so that kind of sucks because that means I have to wait for no students to be present in the common rooms for you to eat. That's going to be really annoying. But Devil Doc is ready to graduate already. So let's do that. And we need 2 more smoke stick for the Weaver Bird, which is done. Okay. Weaver's going to go here. And as soon as Furch hits 4 fire, we'll be able to, you know, do that. Jungian. I think for Jungian, I am going to give them a Tier 2 Fire Wand for a higher level relic when they graduate. Another reason why not to invest in Tier 3 wands is the reagents to make Tier 3 wands are super expensive. So once you can afford Tier 3 wands for like a massively powerful relics, like that's great, but I don't have the ability to process Ignium or anything right now. Thank you for tuning in to Mind Over Magic, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any questions for me or feedback, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord to take part in the events, a link can be found in the description of this video or on my website. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, fellow mages.